Hello, welcome to another episode where we're going to be answering common questions first time moms often ask. Let's dive right into it. So she said, "Good day, doctor. Please, my baby of 3 months sweats a lot when sucking and even when no one is complaining of heat. Should I be worried?" This is quite a common question when it comes to mothers, when it comes to babies. When it comes to sweating in babies, it is very common and it is usually normal. It is usually normal for babies to actually sweat, and some factors can cause it, but sometimes it can be abnormal. I'm going to tell you signs to look out for to know when it is actually abnormal for you to now seek medical help. But generally, it is normal for babies to sweat. And one major reason why babies sweat when sucking is the fact that the suckling process, when they are sucking, that when you say, oh, you're just breastfeeding, to you, you're just breastfeeding. For you as the mom breastfeeding, or to you giving formula feed, or whenever you're feeding your baby, to you, you're just feeding. But to that baby, it's a lot of work. The coordination in the mouth, the muscle movements, the activities in the mouth, the activities around the muscles of the mouth. It's a lot of work for these children. Seeing a mom feeding the child, just know that the child is also doing a lot of work. And as an individual, as an adult, when you're working, what do? You will sweat. So it's the same thing for children. When children are feeding, when they are suckling especially, they are actually doing a lot of work from the muscle movement and all of those activities. Is a lot of work for them. So they will sweat. So we as adults, you will also sweat when you're working. So when a child is sucking, when they're feeding, all of those activities and make them sweat. And also remember that breast milk is also warm, so it can also contribute to the sweating in babies. However, there are certain factors that can actually make it worse. For instance, there's no air in the room, no ventilation. Maybe you're a new mom. There's this belief that baby ought not to get air at all. This can make baby sweat more. It's possible that all the windows are shut, everywhere is hot, everywhere is all locked up. What will you do? You will sweat as an individual. How much more a little baby? Another thing again is that maybe baby is wrapped in different layers of clothes. Baby is wearing singlet, there's a top on it. Baby is wearing trousers, socks. Baby is wrapped in multiple layers of blanket and all of those things. Baby will now sweat the more. So all of these things can make baby sweat. So as much as sweating can be normal in babies, it's important we address these things. Ensure baby is getting enough air. Ensure when the weather is hot. When the weather is hot, just dress baby according to the weather condition. When the weather is hot, tone down on those multiple clothes. When the weather is cold, you can put on, as all the thick sweaters and all of that. But when the weather is hot, just tone down on those thick layers of clothes. You don't need that. Just tone down. Put on light clothing for baby. Let baby get as much air as possible. Whether during feeding, even when they are sleeping, it's good they are getting some air. Ensure the room is ventilated. Not that you are going to expose your baby to cold, but just ensure baby is comfortable when the weather is hot. This can make them sweat. This can make them even cranky. It can make them cry and all of that. However, as much as sweating is normal in children, in babies especially, it's also important to pay attention to certain signs because these are signs that will tell you that something's actually going wrong with baby. And one of them is that yes, as much as baby is sweating, if you're seeing that this sweating is just increasing and increasing as baby is growing up, baby is not increasing in weight at all to you. When you see, it's not as if you're comparing your baby to other babies, but you should know to some extent, like an estimate. It's not as if your baby should be so big or baby will be so small, right? For instance, your baby is like 5 months, you should have an estimate of how a 5 month old should look like, right, as a mom. So if your noticing baby is not gaining weight, for instance, you have a 5 month old baby, and to you the baby is looking like a 2 months old, or your baby is like 7 months old, and maybe is looking like 3 months old, there's a problem. So one sign to look out for, as much as this sweating can be normal, is that if baby is not gaining weight, this is one factor you should not ignore. If baby is also running temperature, and if you're not sure, not that you're going to use your back of your hand to measure the temperature, no, not that you go and be touching the palm. It's even possible you that is running the temperature. Not the back of your hand this time around. Get a thermometer. There's a video on the page that will help you know how to read your baby's temperature. So if baby is not gaining weight, baby is running temperature, or you're even seeing that baby is not breathing well, maybe as baby is breathing, is the chest is going to inside and or the breathing is not just normal in general. These are signs you should look out for and also go and see your doctor as soon as possible. So generally it is normal for babies to sweat. However, look out for these signs. And see you in the next video. Until then, remain blessed. Bye.